What if I told you that most people today are living in quiet defeat? Not because they lack talent, but because they lack mental strength. Look around. We scroll endlessly. We compare ourselves to highlight reels. We envy lives we don't even understand. Then we wonder why we feel stuck, weak, and lost. We chase comfort, yet feel exhausted. We avoid pain, yet suffer daily. The truth is uncomfortable but undeniable. Comfort is killing us slowly. Struggle, though harsh and unpopular, contains the seeds of real power. But here's the twist. The ancient Stoics understood this long before smartphones, social media, or self-help books. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That is not a nice quote. It is a weapon, an operating system for the mind, a way to stay unshaken while the world shakes. Stoicism doesn't promise an easy life. It promises an unbreakable one. In this video, we're diving into 8 brutal Stoic laws, truths forged in ancient Rome, tested in chaos, and still painfully relevant today. These aren't motivational cliches. They are frameworks for real change, real resilience, real mental armor. But before we begin, there's one thing you must do. Choose to take this seriously. Don't listen to this like background noise. Don't half watch while scrolling. This is your wake-up call. If you're truly ready to grow, then stay with every word, because skipping even one law might cost you clarity in a moment that matters. Number 1. Embrace discomfort like a friend. We were taught to run from discomfort, but the Stoics did the opposite. They ran toward it, eyes open, heart steady. Think about the biggest growth moment in your life. Did it happen when everything was easy, relaxing, peaceful? Or did it happen when life punched you and forced you to rise or break? Marcus Aurelius lived through wars, plagues, betrayal, and loss. Yet he led with calm. Why? Because he didn't avoid discomfort. He invited it to shape him. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That is not poetic fluff. It is law. Every obstacle is an opportunity to sharpen your will. Every delay is a lesson in patience. Every rejection is a teacher of resilience. Modern life says, avoid discomfort. Stoicism whispers back, train for it. That cold shower, training. That hard conversation you've avoided, training. That gym session when you're exhausted, training. Each moment of chosen discomfort shapes your character. Seneca practiced sleeping on the floor, eating plain food, wearing old clothes, not out of self-hate but preparation. When life strips away comfort, he would not be shocked. He would be ready. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is your mirror. It shows you who you are and who you're becoming. Avoid small pain today and you suffer bigger pain tomorrow. Embrace the fire with awareness and suddenly the fire stops scaring you. And that is true freedom. From now on, treat discomfort like a sparring partner. It may bruise you, but it will build you. Choose one discomfort today and do it. No debate. Cold shower, deep conversation, silence, hard work. This is how warriors are forged. Number 2, stop being owned by your emotions. Most people don't control their emotions control them. Someone is rude and they explode. Plans change and their entire mood collapses. They feel lazy and skip discipline. They feel fear and stop moving. Epictetus said, anyone capable of angering you becomes your master. Each time someone triggers you, you hand them your peace. That stranger in traffic, you made them your master. That breakup, you gave it your identity. That rude comment online, you allowed it to steal your joy. Stoicism doesn't ask you to ignore emotions. It teaches you to observe them without becoming them. A child reacts, a Stoic responds. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Meaning, the event isn't the problem, your interpretation is. Emotional mastery begins when you stop saying, he made me mad, and start saying, I reacted, and I can choose differently. You can feel anger without acting angry. You can feel fear and still move forward. You can feel sadness without drowning in it. That is emotional strength. That is Stoic power. The next time you're triggered, pause, breathe, ask, is this emotion useful right now? Respond with intention, not impulse. This is not robotic, it is mastery. And in a chaotic world, calm is magnetic. Calm is strength. Calm is power. Number 3, stop expecting fairness. Life owes you nothing. One of the fastest ways to suffer is expecting life to be fair. You work hard, someone else gets rewarded. You love deeply, they leave. You do the right thing, life punishes you anyway. And the mind screams, this isn't fair. But fairness is not a rule of the universe. It is a story we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort. Even Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, faced daily injustice. Yet he grounded himself in a single truth. Life is not about fairness, it is about strength. Expecting life to be fair makes you fragile. The Stoic expects pain, loss, betrayal, change, not pessimism, but preparation. You don't grow by expecting fairness. You grow by facing reality and rising anyway. Bad things happen to good people. Evil people sometimes win. Effort doesn't always produce reward. This isn't negativity, it's life. What separates the average from the unstoppable is how they respond to this truth. The average person waits for fairness. The Stoic builds strength. The Stoic builds character. The Stoic builds internal power. No injustice can break. You may not control life's blows, but you always control your response. And that response, calm, grounded, principled, is what makes you unbreakable. Number 4, focus on what you can control. Let go of everything else. Most people destroy their peace by trying to control everything. They try to control opinions, outcomes, the future, other people. And when they fail, they feel anxious and powerless. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." What's truly in your control? Your thoughts, your decisions, your actions, your discipline, your response. What is outside your control? Almost everything else. You cannot control the weather, but you can prepare. You cannot control if people like you, but you can control whether you live with integrity. You cannot control the economy, but you can control your learning, spending, saving, adapting. This shift brings massive peace. When you stop chasing control of the external, you reclaim control of the internal. The Stoic doesn't scream at the storm. He grabs the wheel and navigates. This is what makes Stoics calm when others panic, focused when others complain, disciplined when others drift. When stressed, ask, is this within my control? If yes, take action. If no, let go. Simplicity is power. Number 5, practice voluntary hardship. Build unbreakable will. In a world addicted to comfort, discipline becomes a superpower. The Stoics didn't wait for hardship, they practiced it. Seneca advised taking days to eat the simplest food, wear rough clothing, sleep without luxury, and ask, is this what I feared? Voluntary hardship wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Today, most people never feel hunger, silence, boredom, rejection, or resistance by choice. So when life hits hard, they collapse. But the Stoic has already trained for difficulty. They have practiced hunger, fatigue, uncertainty, setbacks. They have strengthened their will before the crisis arrives. Voluntary hardship might look like fasting, cold showers, early mornings, saying no to indulgence, facing silence, enduring discomfort. Small challenges stack into a mind that doesn't break. Comfort does not make you stronger, challenge does. And when real hardship arrives, the Stoic is already forged for battle. Number 6, detach from outcomes. Fall in love with the process. We live in a result-obsessed world. People chase achievements, applause, validation. But Stoicism flips the script. Detach from outcomes and commit to the process. Results are never guaranteed, but discipline is, mastery is, effort is. When you tie your worth to outcomes, you become fragile. One failure destroys you. One rejection shatters you. But when you focus on the process, on showing up, building skills, strengthening your mind, then you always win. Ironically, when you detach from needing outcomes, You perform better. You're calmer. You're clearer. You're not desperate. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. Meet the future with the same reason and discipline you bring to the present." Writers should write to improve, not to go viral. Athletes should train to master themselves, not for medals. Builders should build for pride in the craft, not applause from the crowd. When you fall in love with the process, you become unstoppable. Number 7, embrace death. Live with urgency and purpose. Most people live like they're immortal. They waste time, delay dreams, scroll endlessly, stay stuck in habits and relationships that drain them. The Stoics practice memento mori. Remember that you will die, not to create fear, but to create urgency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." When you remember death, you stop wasting your life. You stop waiting for the right moment. You stop assuming tomorrow is guaranteed. You start speaking truth. You start acting boldly. You start living deliberately. The most dangerous lie is, "There's plenty of time." No, there isn't. Act now. Change now. Forgive now. Build now. Move now. Live now. Number 8, be a warrior for virtue, not approval. Most people live for likes, praise, attention, but approval is a prison. The Stoic lives for virtue, for what is right, not what is popular. Marcus Aurelius said, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter." Integrity over image, principle over popularity, honor over applause. Doing the right thing is often the hardest thing. It's easier to lie, easier to impress, easier to pretend. But every time you choose what is right over what is easy, you sharpen your soul. Seneca said, "I will govern my life as if the entire world were watching." That is inner strength. That is unshakable character. When you stop needing the crowd, you become the kind of person they follow anyway. The Stoic path begins now. If you have made it this far, something inside you is ready to evolve, to rise above distraction, weakness, and emotional chaos. Stoicism does not promise comfort. It promises transformation. It offers clarity in chaos, direction in confusion, meaning in difficulty. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they wrote not for easy times, but for storms, betrayals, and uncertainty. And their wisdom can forge you into someone who stands tall no matter how hard life hits. True strength is not muscles or money. True strength is mastering yourself. It is living honestly, acting bravely, thinking clearly, and doing what is right, especially when it's hard. You don't need more motivation. You don't need perfect timing. You need to begin right now. Choose discomfort. Train your mind. Expect hardship. Detach from outcomes. Hold your principles. Live like your time is running out, because it is, and the world needs people who are unshakable from within. Drop this in the comments. I am becoming unshakable day by day.